I usually get early ward by the AI, so I changed up my strategy and that seems to be helping. Oh, nice. I am streaming tomorrow, yes. I am. Like a nice long stream. Today, it's because I have to go, like, tonight me and Van wants to eat like a very specific meal. Like we want to eat another raclette, which is basically, I posted a picture of it before, I think, but it's basically like you have like this grill, like this portable grill on, like you can put on your table, and then you can just put like meat to grill on top, and then you melt cheese in little trays underneath, and then like once that's done, you put the meat on your plate, you drop the cheese on it. It's a very, very, like, it's super tasty, but I need to go and get like a bunch of meat from the butcher and like a bunch of like cheese and like a bunch of different things, and I have to do that before they all close down for the night. So by leaving it in like 30 minutes approximately, I should have time to buy all the things I need to buy. From your dark Shino mug? Yeah, no. Yeah, I mean, because it's coffee. Usually it's juice that's like in a weird cup and stuff. But I'm streaming tomorrow. Like, there might be something tomorrow. We'll see. Tomorrow I'm doing a big long stream, and probably the same on Monday. I don't know what we're gonna be playing. I'm not like, should I just play more of this, like for the entire weekend, and just like do a huge? Because like the more time I spend on this, the further we get, right? And so like, we would be able to make some huge progress in that game, or I could like spend some time in Sakura Wars to try and get that going, or spend some times in Dot Hack to get that going as well. Those two games we need to finish at some point too. We have 3 games running at the same time right now, and I don't quite like it. I would rather have like 2 running at the same time. So ideally, if I can knock one out, that'd be kind of neat. What do you put it in? I'm super excited to see how it comes out. Oh, I will. What do I put in it? Well, it's usually like you get like people will sometimes use like shrimps and stuff like that, or like, and you can, things like you can literally put anything on it. Like the little grill, you can put like, I usually put like vegetables, like mushrooms and like broccoli, and onions, and then like you different food, a different type of meat. Like I usually get like a bunch of like pork, chicken, and beef, and I usually buy them marinated at the butcher shop. So like the butcher shop, like they do regular cuts, and they also have like those, like a stand in which like they put like all their meat, but they're just marinated. So we get like a bunch of those. So that way, like I don't have to do a lot of prep ahead of time. I can just buy the meat already pre-marinated and just like put it on the grill. And the cheeses, usually what you want like cheese that melts super well, or like cheese that's pretty strong, like a smoked Gouda, or like something that's a very like a stronger flavor. There exists a cheese that is called raclette, like literally the same as the meal, and it's typically it's that one you're supposed to use, but you can use whatever. Like you can buy a nice brie. Let's keep going with this one, or do another big mega stream where we crack out the end of the 2 games slinging around and then play this one for a while. It's the only one. Yeah, that's a good point. Actually, I think I'm gonna do your first idea, Ginger. I think we're gonna keep playing this one for the entire weekend. That way we can like make a huge amount of progress. We can try and knock it out, and then once it's out, we can focus back on the 2 other games. Sakura Wars is the one that's closest to be done, so we could like do a bit of Sakura Wars, kind of knock it out too, and we would go down to 1 game, because there's other games coming out in March, right? There's Ghost Warrior Tokyo and Stranger of Paradise. So I don't know if I'm going to play Stranger of Paradise at release, but Ghost Warrior Tokyo I'd be interested, so we'll see. You're not huge on cheese? Oh, you can have like any kind of cheese. Yeah, I prefer strong cheese, but like it's so your preference. You literally can do whatever you want with it, essentially, is what I mean. I'll take pictures for sure. Bigger games, yes. There's a lot of bigger games too, like Xenoblade, for example, like Xenoblade Chronicles. I really want to play that before the third game comes out, and that one is gonna take forever. It's like an 80-hour game, so we really have to like have some room for it. Like I need to make room. I don't want to burn myself out.
It pained me to leave my home. I could not suffer such stifling rules, and so set forth to Esfrost. I took quickly to learning at the archives, where independent study is encouraged.
And in April, there's the Lego game coming out that I want to play.
Days in the stacks, soaking up as much knowledge as I could. When one day,
what'd she find?
You are the one called Gila, yes?
Svarog.
yes, my lord.
They tell me you're the most talented researcher the archives have ever seen.
Oh, is Svarog the is he Dragan's father?
I couldn't say that, my lord. Though I do spend more time here than most anyone else.
Admirable modesty. And you aren't frightened of me. Most impressive. I believe we have a suitable role for you. Come with me. The Archduke would have a word.
Yeah, I think so. I think he's Dragon's father.
The Archduke? But
No harm will come to you, if that is your fear. Now, follow me.
She was a researcher, and they kind of like you're gonna be the first, like the servant of this woman.
Lord Svarog had arranged an audience with the former Archduke of Esfrost, who appointed me as Frederica's personal tutor. She was the former Archduke's daughter, so I took my duty seriously. Yet I could never shake the feeling that I had betrayed my ideals. Perhaps I justified it by telling myself that my teachings could plant the seed for change.
An indirect approach, but an active one nonetheless.
The chance was unexpected, to be sure, but I could not very well deny it.
You like more mozzarella cheese only because you're weak? It's fine. It's really fine. I like all kinds of cheeses. I really do. You don't like mozzarella, really? I like mozzarella. Like that's the main cheese they use on pizza.
The Archduke's successor, Gustadov, was a man that paid no heed to birth or blood.
Especially fresh mozzarella is delicious.
He effected a change in people's attitudes, a change which provided fertile ground in which my teachings could take root. Thus, I stayed by Frederica's side. Truth be told, I had not thought to be with her for this long. And yet, here I am. Life is truly a journey of unforeseen destinations.
True. Julio and Eridor are out on patrol when they come across a deplorable act in progress. Uh-oh. With Eridor too.
Please, you can't take our wheat. We just sent food the other day.
Silence! Lord Walford has ordered the requisition of all provisions. You wouldn't dare disobey your lord, would you?
Of course not. I just can't believe Lord Walford would command such a thing.
Are you accusing me, a noble woman of Glenbrook, of lying? How dare you, peasant.
Bro. Thank God we're coming up. Like, we're gonna see that.
Mayhap we should see what the commotion is about.
Mind telling us what's going on?
Well, if it isn't Captain Eridor. Thank you for all that you do to keep these lands safe.
You're one of the lot what recently fled from the Crown City, ain't you?
Just so, yes. I came to humbly lend what aid I could to Lord Wolfford and deliver on the provisions I promised.
What is your quarrel with these people? If you could explain the situation, we'd be more than happy to lend what aid we can.
Please, I beg of you, don't take our food. It's all we have.
I've always known Lord Wolfford to care for his people above all. Why would he do this to us?
What madness is this? Lord Serenoa has strictly forbidden commandeering food from the common folk. Surely you aren't asking these good people to relinquish their stores to you in his name?
I'm simply gathering provisions on Lord Wolfford's behalf, as I promised. Honestly, he should be grateful.
Grateful? Huh. He'd be red in the face if he saw what you were doing. Ain't no way he ordered it.
On the contrary, you are acting in violation of your lord's decree. We cannot overlook your actions.
Yeah, arrest her.
You will come with us and be jailed. There
Yes!
you will await judgment for your crimes.
Yes!
What nonsense is this? I am a noblewoman of Glenbrook.
Oh, sure. But you're on my land.
How dare you try to order me about, you self-important little man? You've no authority over me.
Look, I ain't disagreeing. But are you sure we should accost her without seeking Lord Serenoa's counsel first?
Oh, I agree. I agree with him.
We haven't that luxury. The longer she is allowed to roam free, the more the people will suffer, and our lord's good name be sullied. We must show the people that unethical acts will not go unpunished. Take her away.
Yes.
You'll pay for your impudence!
Can't believe there are scoundrels out here using House Wolfford's name for ill gain. You've done us all proud today, Julio.
Thank you ever so much, my lord. We'd be facing starvation if you hadn't stepped in.
She really had us fooled. We should have known Lord Wolfford is too kind a man to order anything like that.
Exactly.
If you are ever troubled again, please seek me out. I shall ensure that any wrongs committed against you are set right.
I really like Julio. Plus, he's like super strong in battle. That helps. He's really, really useful. Serenoa struggles with the news of his father's collapse, and an unexpected visitor arrives to speak with the new lord. No, never mind. It's this. Narv speaks with Gila about her home of Izant and his grandfather's place in their history. Interesting.
That should do it. You should be able to use that arm just fine in no time.
Many thanks, lad. You truly are a talented one. My apologies for treating you like an intruder the other day.
Think nothing of it, my good man. If you need anything else, I'm more than happy to help.
Your magic never ceases to amaze. Did you learn everything from your grandfather?
You bet I did. The Archmage Grandante taught me everything I know.
Grandante. There's something I've been meaning to ask you, Narv.
Ask away.
I was in Hyzant for a short time, studying at the Ministry. No doubt you know it's considered the greatest authority in this world when it comes to matters arcane. Their library contains everything from records of magically enhanced soldiers to technical tomes and much, much more. Their chronicles on the history of magic, too, were the most comprehensive in our realm. And yet, I do not recall seeing even a single mention of a mage named Grandante. One would think the achievements of such a powerful sorcerer would be recorded somewhere. Why are they not?
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, this is really weird.
Those awful Hyzantians. Truly, they have no shame.
Oh, would he be Rosellan, maybe?
Narv?
The chronicles you speak of? In truth, they were written by my grandfather's own hand.
Oh, and they scratched him out.
What? But then why is he not credited by name?
He refused to do the research the former Hierophant ordered of him, and was branded a heretic and unbeliever. They erased his name and achievements from the records, and made it like he never existed at all. He was then banished from the city and died in exile. His name all but forgotten. It's all their fault. No one knows of the Archmage Grandante.
I had no idea.
These robes I wear were once his. They're the only remaining proof that he once walked this realm.
So you carry his memory with you everywhere you go.
I promised myself I would make the Archmage Grandante's name known around the world. So I'm going to work harder than I've ever worked before, until all in the realm know his story.
Nice.
And in the process, I'll become the greatest mage this world has ever seen.
That's the spirit.
Thanks, Gila. Just you watch, Grandfather. I'm going to make you proud.
Okay, now officially, we're good to go.
Father, please open your eyes. There is so much I wish to ask you.
Lord Serenoa.
I cannot let Father hear how weak I've become. I must be strong.
Lord Serenoa, Master Benedict, you have a visitor.
Who is it?
Lord Silvio Tellior.
What?
He wishes for an audience with Lord Serenoa.
What?
What business would the Lord of House Tellior have with me? Tell him we will be there shortly.
Yes, sir.
Every day is busier than the last.
What? That's a trap. There's no way. That's a trap.
We haven't had a moment to catch our breath.
He sent a letter to someone else and then decides to show up here. That's suspicious.
You are doing a fine job as head of House Wolfort, Lord Serenoa. Your father would be proud if he could see you now.
I could not do it without you, Benedict. Thank you.
Oh, it's a scale of judgment thing. So the story's gonna split again. After hearing Silvio's proposal, Serenoa is faced with a difficult decision.
In short, you wish for the three high houses to join hands and fight the duchy. Is that correct, Lord Silvio?
He does?
Indeed. I believe it our duty to fight. Some are frozen in fear, trembling at the mere thought of the duchy's power. I feel that joining the three high houses under a single flag is the only way to unite them. My men ready themselves for war as we speak. Come to Tellior, and we can strike at Esros together. Prince Roland will be safe with us, of course.
It's as good a plan as any. You have my thanks for getting the preparations underway.
I wonder if Lord Landroy would agree.
I doubt House Fawkes would refuse a fight. Their devotion to the crown knows no bounds.
But of course, they reaped great rewards from the bountiful lands won during the war.
You propose reuniting the three high houses who led the Salt Iron War to its end. It is heartening to know you would once again lend us your strength.
We certainly could use all the help we can get. Though I wish we could resolve matters peacefully.
You speak as though your brother is not at fault for all this.
My bride-to-be bears no blame for the duchy's actions.
My apologies. Forgive me for my outburst.
It's a trap. It's a trap. It's 100% a trap. Oh yeah, bring us the prince.
But We haven't much time. I would have your answer now.
Shall we accept Lord Silvio's proposal, my lord?
Fetch the scales, Benedict. We shall decide our path together.
It is such a trap, dude. Lord Silvio made the journey to our domain to offer us an alliance. I wouldn't know what the others think on the matter. Can I go to the city streets? Yes. Let's actually walk around, talk to the people. We may not have our houses, but we still have our lives. For that, I must be grateful. Although I admit I'm as prone as any to despairing these days, not knowing when I'll be able to open shop again. I mean, to be honest, you only lost 2 houses. We can rebuild 2 houses. It's not like the entire town is burned down. Rear guard's cloak. What? Decrease damage taken from being hit from behind. That'd be useful for like some people, right? Like maybe... Who's often hit from behind? You, because like he's always in the fray.